I'm going to show you the process I used to build a bottle refrigerator into my homebrew tap wall. I wanted to add a fridge because I'm going to start bottling some beer for aging instead of kegging everything like I have in the past. The fridge I'm using is the NewAir-29 bottle dual zone freestanding built-in wine refrigerator. I wanted this particular fridge for a few reasons. The first is that it has 2 temperature zones. This means that my beverages will be properly chillified no matter what I'm drinking. So you know, if I'm drinking an old Tad Castor Porter clone, I can enjoy it at English cellar temp. The second reason I wanted this fridge is because it's only 14 3/4 inches wide, which made the process of building it into the wall a bit easier. Assuming that your wall studs are 16 inches on center, which is standard, this fridge can be jimmied in between them without having to build a header. You have to have a space in an adjacent room for this to work. In our case, the fridge will be next to the keezer we're using for our tap system. So the first step is mapping out the studs in the area you will be installing the fridge. You'll need a stud finder for this. Next, you'll need to remove the drywall. Try to cut down the center line of the studs on either side of the fridge and not remove any drywall you don't have to. In my case, I had to remove extra because I needed to install junction boxes for an electrical wire that ran through the area where I was installing the fridge. Technically, I should have left these boxes exposed, but I opted not to because I didn't want them looking like 2 tiny little balls at the base of my very upright fridge. But in hindsight, I should have just turned the boxes around and faced them towards the other room. The most difficult aspect of this entire project was trimming back the studs on either side of the fridge. I used to work in construction and I've seen studs trimmed for plumbing pipes and HVAC and other stuff like that. So I didn't really see this being an issue, especially if your wall isn't structural. I didn't film this part, but I used a Sawzall and it kind of sucked. A power planer would have made a bigger mess, but it would have been a lot easier. Once you have an opening for the fridge, you'll need to build a platform for it. I added some blocking in between the studs, actually at the top and the bottom of the fridge, and then built a rectangle out of some 2x4s in the shape of the base of the fridge. I screwed that into the wall, and then I added some legs on the back of it. Lastly, I put some plywood on top to serve as a platform. We will create plans for this project and we'll put them on the blog article that we write for this video. All right, so once the platform was built and the fridge was in, things kind of went off the rails. Basically, I decided that if I was going to turn this into a video for YouTube, I might as well just trim out the entire wall, which is what I did. Unfortunately, I didn't film all of this, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I just trimmed out the fridge and then I trimmed out the edge and the baseboard. I then added the metal. After I was done with that, there was only a bit of drywall left and I just covered it with wood. There's an entirely separate video on making the tap board, so check the description for a link on that. Overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it looks super dope. The fridge is awesome. It looks nice, it's well built, it holds temperature, and it's really quiet, which is a bonus. If you're interested in getting one, use the link in the description. NewAir offered to give us an affiliate deal, and if you buy one of these, we make a little bit of money, which helps our channel. So thanks for watching, and make sure to check out some more of our videos if you like this one. Cheers.